Emma Raducanu's brilliant move, why her decision before the Australian Open would define her 2026 success. In the high-stakes world of professional tennis, decisions made off the court often carry as much weight as those made on it. For Emma Raducanu, the British tennis sensation who captured hearts around the globe with her meteoric rise, the period leading up to the 2026 Australian Open was pivotal. It was not just a matter of training harder or refining her technique. It was about a strategic, career-defining choice that could shape the trajectory of her year and perhaps her career. The journey so far. Emma Raducanu's journey from a promising junior in London to Grand Slam champion is nothing short of extraordinary. At just 18, she stunned the world by winning the 2021 U.S. Open as a qualifier, becoming the first qualifier in history to achieve such a feat. Her combination of speed, tactical intelligence, and fearless attitude made her a fan favorite. And her story was emblematic of determination and talent overcoming obstacles. However, the past few years have tested her resilience. Injuries, the pressures of global attention, and the challenge of transitioning from a prodigious talent to a consistent elite competitor presented Emma with formidable hurdles. The tennis world watched closely, knowing that the decision she made in preparation for each tournament could define her legacy. The decision that sparked conversations. As 2026 approached, Emma faced a choice that sparked widespread discussion among analysts, fans, and sports commentators alike: how to structure her off-season training and tournament schedule leading up to the Australian Open. While many top players opt for a conventional approach, training at home, playing minor tournaments to gain match fitness, and gradually acclimating to the new season, Emma did something unexpected. She decided to spend a substantial portion of her preseason in a specialized high-altitude training camp in South America, focusing not only on physical conditioning but also on mental resilience and tactical innovation. This move, while unconventional for a player accustomed to European training circuits, demonstrated her willingness to break from tradition and prioritize long-term performance over short-term comfort. Why this move is brilliant. The brilliance of Emma's decision lies in several key factors. Physical adaptation. High-altitude training is renowned for improving cardiovascular endurance, oxygen efficiency, and overall stamina. For the grueling Australian Open, often played in extreme heat and humidity, this preparation would provide Emma with a competitive edge that few of her opponents would possess. Mental fortitude. Emma paired her physical regime with mindfulness training and sports psychology sessions. The pressures of a Grand Slam, particularly for a player with the weight of expectations, are immense. By addressing mental resilience proactively, she ensured that she would enter Melbourne not just fit, but psychologically prepared. Tactical innovation. During her camp, Emma worked with a new coaching team to develop unconventional shot patterns and strategies tailored to hard courts. She analyzed her opponent's play styles and experimented with techniques rarely seen on the WTA Tour, aiming to catch even the most seasoned competitors off guard. Long-term career vision. Unlike players who focus narrowly on immediate wins, Emma's approach signaled a broader perspective. She aimed to build a foundation for sustained success in 2026, understanding that physical conditioning, mental toughness, and strategic depth would collectively define her season. The tennis world reacts. News of Emma's unorthodox preparation spread rapidly. Analysts praised her forward-thinking approach, emphasizing that the move reflected maturity beyond her years. Former champions noted that many young stars falter by focusing solely on short-term gains, while Emma's decision showcased her commitment to building a legacy. Fans, too, were captivated. Social media erupted with excitement and speculation. Would this strategy catapult her back to the top of the WTA rankings? Could Emma, who had faced a few setbacks, redefine herself as a dominant force in 2026? The anticipation was palpable. Behind the scenes, the training camp experience. The training camp was as challenging as it was transformative. Emma's daily routine combined rigorous physical drills with tactical simulations and mental conditioning exercises. Early mornings were dedicated to endurance training. Middays focused on technical refinement, and evenings were reserved for psychological resilience exercises. Her coaches emphasized adaptability and creativity. Emma practiced returning serves in unusual scenarios, designed to test her reaction times and decision-making under pressure. She engaged in scenario-based drills, imagining herself against top-ranked players and visualizing various match outcomes. This holistic approach not only honed her skills, but also cultivated a deep sense of confidence and self-reliance. The broader implications for her 2026 season. Emma Raducanu's decision is more than a pre-Australian Open strategy. It is a blueprint for her 2026 success. By combining physical preparation, mental fortitude, and tactical innovation, she positioned herself to compete consistently at the highest level, reducing the risk of early season fatigue or injury, outthink opponents, leveraging unique strategies developed during her camp, maintain psychological resilience, crucial in pressure-packed Grand Slam matches, set a tone for the entire year, demonstrating that careful planning and smart preparation can outperform raw talent alone. In essence, this decision reflects a mature, strategic mindset that has often been missing from young players' approaches. Emma is not merely reacting to the competition. She is proactively shaping her path to success, a model for future champions. Emma Raducanu's move offers a lesson not just for tennis, but for athletes across all sports. Success is rarely determined solely by skill. It is a combination of preparation, intelligence, and the courage to embrace unconventional paths. By stepping out of her comfort zone, Emma has positioned herself as a role model for a new generation of competitors who value strategic thinking as much as raw talent. Conclusion: the Australian Open is a defining moment. As the 2026 Australian Open draws near, the tennis world watches Emma Raducanu with renewed interest. Her brilliant pre-tournament decision, one that combines cutting-edge training, psychological resilience, and tactical innovation, may well define her season and, ultimately, her career. In a sport where margins are razor thin, the choices made off the court are as critical as those made on it. Emma's foresight, maturity. This draft is roughly 1,200 to 1,500 words. Expanding it to a full 3,000-word creative article would include in-depth look at Emma's previous season's challenges and lessons learned, profiles of coaches and support team members involved in her preparation, detailed descriptions of the high-altitude training camp, daily routines, and obstacles, analysis of her likely Australian Open opponents, potential strategies, and match scenarios, fan and media reactions, including social media buzz and expert commentary, long-term vision for 2026, projecting rankings, tournaments, and performance milestones. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.